talk through this shot in the 147. It comes off the middle knuckle, and you can have a look at it for me.
Was you trying to get the red off here and it's down the black, or was you trying to go around the tail? Was you trying to hit the knuckle? I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to hit the knuckle.
Oh, was you? I thought you were going to try and get the red out, hit it below the red. And...
my friend Jack Lazowski's an expert at that shot. He seems to practice that all the time, so I thought I'd give him one of them, and I thought the black was in as well. I thought, when I actually thought, you normally know when you leave it short, but I didn't think it was short, and it just sort of stayed there. But yeah, never mind.
I know the mere mortals that are watching at home are thinking very different about the conversation that you both have had, because it's like, oh, bread and butter. You play to hit the knuckle and come back round for the black. That's the exact shot there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just feel like putting my mic down and leaving you two to have it shot that you took out straight. It's a phenomenal shot.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, these boys can do that. Do you know what I mean? It sort of makes it. Sometimes you have to. It gets so easy for these guys that they think, well, let me do that because it's just taking the mick, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's like Messi putting it into the top corner or hitting the crossbar.
Right.
It's a ball skill. Yeah. And, this guy's got quite a lot of skill with a ball. So
you're so right to point out it's not scoring a great goal, it's hitting the crossbar. It's when George Best used to chip the ball and hit the crossbar 10 times before he finished practicing.
And I'd just like to know, compared to all your performances this week, where would you rate that as? Because everyone's saying, obviously, you've not been at your best and Neil's been at his best, but, I've watched quite a few of your matches tonight, but it'd be interesting to see how you summarise that compared, from start to finish, really.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's not like a million miles off my best. I think sometimes some of the commentary, whatever, is maybe a little bit critical on me, like as if I'm going to perform unbelievable every game.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think tonight was a brilliant performance, because I know Lu Ling's quite slow and it's not suited to you. You want someone to push you on, but I thought from start to finish that was fun. I thought last night you looked tired, you looked a bit like, and your game was a little bit off, and he looked like he was getting up to, I mean, you played amazing towards the end, but I think from start to finish, like you say, it just looked like a totally controlled, looked like he had so many more gears there tonight from my perspective.
Oh, he's never... the gears are there, absolutely.
Yeah, well, last night, it kind of looked a little bit, like he looked tired, when someone starts rubbing their eyes and stuff like that, you think, well, hold on, is this one hurdle too far? But, I mean, this guy's got some serious stamina to play snooker. I mean, it's just like match after match. It's like frightening, really. And Neil's the same, They've both really performed amazing stuff over the last 6 weeks.
I think Judd needs to take better care in his choice of station when he's watching snooker, because Philip Studd's about to open your fan club up, Last for him tonight was eulogised because he was saying exactly that. He was like, the breaks were there, but the resilience, the granite, the fact that you just, how do you beat this? This is so much more a robot than ever before, in that when you have a knock, when you have a bit of bad luck, it's just absolute steel. So I'll get Philip to send you a few texts.
How important has it been with your brother? Because obviously, I mean, since he's come along and started working with you, kind of like a different player. Has he had a big influence on and getting you to do different things? Yeah,
it's just practicing different stuff. Like when you're on your own, you kind of just make it easy. And he just makes it difficult. I just practice stuff that I've never practiced before in 20 years, just different routines, and he's just got a different thought on things, and I actually enjoy practicing, whereas before it's just a bit of a chore, really. You go in, you go through the motions for 2 or 3 hours, but now I'm excited to practice every day, excited to see how I perform in the tournament and just try new things.
Is he hard on you sometimes?
Not really. He doesn't need to be, because I'm sort of my own worst critic, so I always work hard, but he knows what I'm thinking. He knows what to say at the right time.
I mean, I've seen you a couple of times in tournaments when they're first working together, like they go in the corner, you can see them talking, and you haven't really had that before,
No.
But, because it's his brother could probably say something to you and you just kind of go, oh, no, you know what I mean? You kind of... It's a different bond, isn't it? From a friend, exactly, he's, blood's thicker than water.
If he says something, it's true. It's simple. I don't debate it or nothing. It's true.
I mean, from the outside world, it's just there's no coincidence, I don't think. And since your brother's come along, he's been like the missing link in a way. Would you say? Yeah,
definitely. I put a lot of it is down to him. Obviously you got to go out and do it, but like 99% of the work's on the practice table, and you've got to. Having him there has given me the belief when it gets tough, when he's 6 or 7 or under pressure, just that belief to get over the line.